Greetings everyone. I am here to show you the prep for the smoked salmon fried rice, and we're going to also prepare it here in this video. This is some brown jasmine rice that I steamed last night. This is a staple for fried rice, which are green onions. This is something that I just chose preferably for this particular batch of fried rice. Some chopped asparagus, mushrooms, onions, which are a staple, red bell pepper, which is considered a staple. Of course, eggs would be a staple in your fried rice. These are the oils that I use. You can use whatever oil you're accustomed to using. Sometimes if I'm low on avocado oil, I will mix it with sunflower oil and olive oil, but I usually always use some olive oil. I have some sea salt. I use a little bit of Lowry's. Sometimes I put a bay leaf in mine, which I will be doing today. It's just not a necessary ingredient. I have some parsley, which just livens up the flavor wonderfully. Some ground paprika. Some more garlic powder. I also have some chopped garlic clove here. I have a little bit of hot Nigerian pepper that I'll put in mine today, and I think that's it. So let's set up here and get started with preparing the actual fried rice. Let's see if we can make the camera turn around. I don't think we can. So I'm just going to trust that this is recording this properly here. Alright, we're gonna put these ingredients back over here and get started. So I'm heating my stove to a medium heat. I'm using a copper skillet, which heats really fast. If you haven't used copper for cooking, this was a Mother's Day gift for me. It enhances the flavor of your food, so if you're able to invest in one copper skillet, I would recommend it. It's well worth the investment, and you can find them on Facebook Marketplace or other venues that sell things secondhand, which is where I found this, so it wasn't you know, this would be a $300 skillet I got for $50. So I'm heating up my skillet here. Copper heats up really quickly. As you can, I don't know if you can hear that, it's already sizzling, and I just turned the fire on. So be mindful of that if you are using a copper skillet. I'm sure you already know. I don't have to remind you. So we're adding some onions. I saved the green onions for last, and then we're going to add the rice here. Hopefully this video is showing everything properly. And I like to usually add some oil to the top of my rice. And I have this on medium heat, but I'm going to turn it down a little bit because copper turns out to heat quite well. Not that low. Let's see, I can add the garlic at this point. This is the chopped garlic clove. I also want to add my bay leaf at this point, which I should have did when I first started. Just killed it. I usually break my bay leaf up to release the flavor. So I tucked it under there, underneath the rest of the leaf there. Herring. I'm going to add my asparagus now. The asparagus is probably going to be the thing that takes the longest to cook. Oh, and of course you're going to need some smoked salmon, right? Got the asparagus going in here. I think it's about time I can add the mushrooms at this point. I saved some of my white onion for the end when I put the green onion in, because it gives the rice a really fresh flavor as opposed to cooking it down and cooking the flavor into the rice itself. And this is smelling wonderful and looking very beautiful. You can see that. Okay. I think I'll start seasoning this now. I try not to put too much salt, because the salmon it's smoked, and it's been prepared with quite a bit of salt. So, and you have to use some sort of seasoning salt with this. Not much. I usually will use more of the sea salt than the seasoning salt. And then you have your garlic powder. And remember, we already have some garlic in here. I'm adding parsley flakes to mine today. Parsley really lightens up the flavor too. Now these are some of these ingredients, like parsley, you don't have to use. I have my ground paprika, which I usually wait till the end to put this in. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit in now. Stir this up, and then I'll start adding some of the other ingredients here. I'm trying to add ingredients in a manner that allows the ingredients that take the most amount of time to kind of soften to go in. So I'm going to add my red bell pepper now. And we're almost done here. The wonderful thing about this dish is that it really doesn't take that much time. So I added my red bell pepper. You can see that. My heat is on medium. I'm going to add my eggs now. You could take anywhere between 3 and 4 eggs in a large skillet of fried rice. What I do is I open up a spot in the skillet with my spoon, and then I crack the egg inside that spot. And then I'll cover the egg with some hot rice. I'll do that again in a couple other places here. Every now and then I will need to add another egg at the end, just so that I have my rice sticking together properly. I don't think I'm going to need to do that here. delicious. Oh, I'm making a mess. And just about ready. Ooh, I'm making a mess. Alright, just about ready to add these. I'm going to turn my heat down a little bit here. The final ingredients. Wondering if I want another egg in here. I think so. This is the nice thing about fried rice. You can just kind of ad-lib as you go. I usually love plenty of garlic in my fried rice. And now is the time I will add my paprika. I love a lot of paprika in my fried rice as well. And I haven't put any of the Nigerian hot pepper in here yet. So let's put some of that in here while I make a wonderful mess here. I can't go out like that, y'all. I gotta clean up this mess. Alright, and then it looks like we can probably put our green peppers or green onions in, and then this is going to be done. Smells wonderful. Oh, can't forget the smoked salmon. You just kind of crumble that in at the end. Stir it up. Smoked salmon goes a long way, and it adds a nice flavor to the rice. You don't need a lot of salt. Like I said, if you add too much salt in the beginning, your fried rice will be way too salty because the salmon has a lot of salt in it. So don't add too much salt in the beginning. And I have enough here to share. This is just beautiful. Look at that. I'm going to turn my fire off here. God, this smells so good. Okay. Hopefully we got that. And here you go. A lovely dish of smoked salmon fried rice. All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. Thank you.